Hello everyone, my name is Thomas Panko, and this is my final project presentation for Apps 401. The title of my elevator pitch is Optimizing Operations at Robotix, Implementing Pareto's 80-20 Rule. Robotix is a fictional company that I've come up with to help me describe some real-world scenarios that I've seen firsthand. Today I'll be presenting our approach to leveraging Pareto's 80-20 rule to help us identify areas where 20% of causes are leading to 80% of our operational complications. This presentation demonstrates how targeting specific issues that have been proven to affect major functions within operations can lead to significant improvement in streamlining manufacturing processes. This slide is titled The Need for Change. This is a little bit of information on the company. Um, Robotix began its journey as a small startup and became one of the largest automated manufacturing companies in the world. Some quick background information about our organization. We specialize in the production of advanced robotic arms that aid in development of automated systems such as car manufacturing, electronics, aerospace. We have even begun to delve into medical and restaurant applications as well. In the past few years, we have seen a large demand for our products and are now experiencing some significant growing pains. With this rapid growth, this has led to challenges in scaling operations, time management, and consistent dips in production and missed project deadlines. Next slide. So here we will discuss some of our challenges and what they are in more detail. As of right now, we are currently expanding at a rate that is outpacing our physical ability to keep up with demand using the systems that we have in place. Before this rapid growth in production, we were able to maintain output using slower and more inefficient methods such as paper tracking systems, word of mouth communication between different departments, and a self-picking inventory for projects with minimal tracking. So training during this time was pretty much non-existent and was mainly learned by asking questions and just figuring it out on your own. While this method did work for many years leading up till now, we are beginning to see that the system no longer works. Some quick data-driven points to make. In the last 6 months alone, we have seen a 30% increase in workload and about a 20% increase in customer service complaints due to incorrect module setups. Some of these are software settings or incorrect installation of retrofitted parts. Some operational inefficiencies that we are experiencing. For example, our logistics department locates and tracks inventory on a shared Excel sheet between warehouses, which leads to constant interruptions in production because of delays with locating the correct material. While simultaneously, our project managers and planning team use a more efficient software ERP-based system. With this increase in workload and unnecessary strain, we have now begun to see a 15% rise in stress-related leave requests and a significant employee burnout. So the last thing to note is that our standard and hiring criteria has shifted to accommodate the need for more technicians. This has opened the door for a wider range of applicants from diverse backgrounds and created a need for a more robust training program. We will discuss the proposal for implementing Pareto's Law, also known as the 80-20 rule. This rule states that 80% of effects come from just 20% of causes. So in the last slide, we discussed that what I believe are 20% of the causes that can address the bulk of these concerns. With our new ERP system that we have been using for our planning and management team, we should expand this to all departments to help streamline communication between our planning, manufacturing, and logistics departments. The areas of implementation should be focused on more training, especially on the use of our ERP systems, technicians, logistics, inventory management, and customer service processes. Some of the benefits that we should begin to see rather quickly um, would be clear communication, which would lead to correct parts being picked and delivered on time. The training program for technicians will lead to quick and effective installation setups of our robots, and which will in turn lead to a significant decrease in customer complaints. Roadmap to implementation. In this slide, we discuss how the implementation of the 80-20 rule should be done. This will be broken down into two phases. Phase 1 will be the assessment and task identification. Here we will conduct a comprehensive assessment throughout the company to identify the critical 20% of the tasks that are contributing to the majority of our production issues. This would be identifying the outdated system specifically and the need for a comprehensive training program throughout manufacturing. Moving on, phase 2 would be the development of the training and the strategies to enhance key areas such as upgrading everyone to the new technology and creating the training for the technicians that is thoroughly thought out and covers our entire catalog of robots and services we provide. This training will ideally always be available and will be continuously updated to ensure that we meet and exceed our customers' expectations. During this process, we will be communicating with all stakeholders to keep everyone informed throughout the implementation. Ideally, this process will start small with a pilot program in a selected department. This allows us to monitor our changes and make the necessary adjustments. And finally, we have reached our last slide. Here we talk about anticipated outcomes and conclusions. The first thing we should see is a boost in productivity by streamlining operations and production. We will begin to see more on-time project completions and a reduction in project delays stemming from miscommunication between departments or lack of knowledge from our technicians. The next outcome we should begin to encounter would be a significant reduction in employee stress and work-related burnout through clear objectives and manageable workloads. We would also like to see improved customer satisfaction from increased production and correct setup and installation of our products. The introduction of new technology in our logistics department will drastically reduce the number of incidences with missing components and miscommunication. And finally, long-term growth solutions are fully established and set the stage for future adaptability and success. In conclusion, leveraging Pareto's law, we will transform our challenges into opportunities and growth. Thank you.